Hello guys, my name is Kaushik and welcome back to LambdaTest. In this video, we're going to learn only one concept, that is how to handle the date picker, or also known as calendar. Let's get started now. So here we have two types of calendar. The one is this kind of date DDMMYY format, right? So if I click on this, you can see here we have up arrow, that is like your previous one, and down arrow, that is like your next month. Okay, and also you can select here and go through different types of months and years, right? Okay, so there is two ways to handle the date picker, and the another type of date picker, you can see here we have only the month and year. So here we can click on this next or the previous. Okay, so both are same, only the way of presentation, that means the UI is different. Okay, so we can handle the date pickers in two ways. The first one is very easy, just we have to pass the date format within the fill function, and second one, with the help of next and previous, we have to select the date. So we are going to learn in both the ways. So first go with the easy one. Okay, so here I'm going to copy the URL and let's go to our Visual Studio Code editor. So here I have created a file called calendar.test.ts, and I'm going to write the import statement now, and then of course the test block from Playwright. Okay, and here we'll just give some name like calendar. So now let's grab the URL, so wait, and then as usual page.go to, and here is your URL. Okay, now of course we have to find the element. So if I go and inspect this particular element, you can see it is a text box actually, and it has a type called date. Okay, so type text equal to we can simply type the text, and date is also we can pass the text. Okay, but we have to remember the format. So here we can see this is kind of a date, month, and the year, right? So we'll try to give in the same format. So here I'm going to say let date equal to, so first we saw we have the date, right? So let's say that 4-12, and then followed by so we have DD mm and then YYY format. Okay, now of course we have to type in this particular text box, right? So it is an input, and we are going to grab the ID. Then I'm going to say await page.fill, and then I'm going to pass my ID, that is birthday, and then we'll pass our test data, that is nothing but the date. Okay, so here we can see we are passing 4/12/94. Okay, now let's add some weight just to show you the output on the screen. This is really not required. Okay, now let's go and run this. Before that, I'm going to navigate to my config file, and here I have set calendar.test.ts. Okay, so I'm going to bring up my terminal, Control J, and then I'm going to say npm, then followed by test. Okay, and here we got a failure. Okay, so if I scroll up here, you can see error malformed value. Okay, the malformed value in the sense the date picker is expecting a format, but we have given the wrong format. Okay, why this is happening in the sense let me explain you that as well. Okay, so here you can see we got this 0209 and 2022, right? Let's grab this ID and let's go to the console, and here I'm going to say document.get element by ID. This is the ID, and then I'm going to say value. Okay, so this is going to return me what are the value is present here. But if you see, it's basically sending in the format year first, then month, then the date. But in our case, we have given date, month, and the year. So that is the reason it got failed, and the error we got is malformed value. So we have to send in the correct format. Now let's change this. Okay, so here I'm going to say 1994, then the month, then the date. Okay, now let's go and run this one more time. And here you can select we got the data, it passed the actual data, and it also passed. Okay, so this is the simplest way we can do, but of course we have another way as well, that is using the we have to click on the previous, next, and the like current month also as well, right? Like current date or next date. Okay, so let's take a look on that. I'm going to comment this now. So I'm going to, let's create a test block. Okay, so here I'm going to create a test block, and then I'll say like calendar using moment. Okay, so I'm going to use moment. Let me tell you what is moment and how to use it in a moment. Okay, so first of all, say like await, and then followed by page dot go to, and of course the same URL. So I can just copy this. Let's copy both the line. Okay, so I mean, yeah, so okay, we are going to not pass this one. Yeah, so here we are going to use this one. Okay, let's go and use this one. Here I'm not able to use this particular section, the calendar section, to inspect. I'm not sure whether it's a application issue or the plugin issue, not sure what it is. I tried in different ways, but I'm not able to inspect any of the element. So we'll take this example, but technically both are same. Here we have like previous and the next, whereas in this scenario we have like previous and next in the top right corner. Okay, so let's go and grab this element first. So here we can see like we have a input called start date with a placeholder, right? So let's go and write the XPath for this. So it's going to be /input at the rate placeholder equals comma comma, I mean single quotes, and within that value. So 1 of 1, that means of course it's correct, right? So first of all we have to click on that particular date. So here we'll say like await page dot click, and then we'll pass our this one. Okay, now what we are going to do is once this guys appears, right, so we have to check for the month first. Okay, so let's say that we want to uh, uh, click on this previous, and we want to select this June month. Okay, so let's go and grab all three of this element. Okay, so first one is like this is our date picker switch. Okay, so let's copy that one, and this is within the th, and where it has a text called, sorry, not text, it's a class actually. So th/th at the rate class equals this one. Okay, and here you can select we are getting 1 of 5. If I go one next, it is somewhere hidden. Okay, so basically we have to select the first one, right? So how to select in the first one, in the sense like, of course we can head over from this table, I believe. So let's go and search that one. So here we have a table called table condensed. Let's go and try to find it from there. So /table, where it has a class called this one, and of course again we are getting like 5. So better to go with like collection. That will make sense, because anyway the first one is always going to be visible. So here we can write the collection based XPath, and of course it's correct, right? So let's copy this one. So this is what, this is my month and the year uh, placeholder, right? Placeholder in the sense like that is the element where we are going to receive the month and the year. So here I'm going to say like const, then yy, I can write y. Okay, equals to page dot locator, and we'll find our locator using this. Now what we have to do is we have to find the next and the previous one. Okay, so here let me go and inspect this guy again. So here you can select the same header. Within the header we have like previous class and the next class, right? So I'm going to copy the same XPath. Yeah, it's already there, and instead of class like date picker switch, we are going to change this to previous one. Okay, so 1 of 1, which means it's correct. Let's copy that, and here I'm going to say like const, and this is my previous button, and then page dot locator and this value. Okay, and here we can select we have the next as a class, so this will represent the next button. So I'll just copy this, or else yeah, copy paste. Here we can change this to next, and here also like next. Okay, so we got our the date picker, the actual date, like month and the year, and then the previous button and the next button. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to click on any of the date, right? So let's say that let's refresh the page first. Yeah, so first of all, here we are clicking on this input start date, which is this one. So once I click on that, let's say that I want to click on my previous button, and then I want to click on like 9th. Okay, so let's go and inspect the 9th. Yeah, so here we can select, we have a TD with the text 9. Okay, let's consider that we have to select the fourth date. Okay, so let's go and inspect this one. So here we can select TD class day, and the text is like 4. Okay, now if I go and inspect this 4, same text is there, but you can see like the class is new day. Okay, this is belongs to the next month, but whereas we are targeting the current month, so we can see the difference in the class, that here the class is day, whereas in this particular element the class is new day. Okay, so of course we have to focus on the class of day. Okay, so let's try to write the XPath for this one. Okay, so here I'm going to say like /td, where it has a class called day, and also it has a text node called 4, right? So here you can see like we are getting like only one of one, and it is giving us the current month. Okay, current month 4th date, not the next month 4th date. Okay, so in this way we are able to solve one problem first. Okay, let's go and copy this, and of course we have to click on the previous. So we'll just say like await page dot click, and this is going to click my previous. Yeah, it's going to be previous. Sorry, we have to just say like previous dot click, not like page dot click of previous. Yeah, so that's it, and then we are going to say like await page dot click, and then this the XPath. Okay, and we'll just copy this timeout and paste over here just to give you the demo. Okay, and let's comment this one. As of now we are going to run only this guy. Let's go to our terminal and we'll run this one. You might ask me, hey Kaushik, you have a lot of hard code values. We'll change that. Wait a minute. So here you can select it, click on the June, and also it click on the 4th, and we are able to see that in the text box. Okay, so of course the basic idea of coding is now ready. Now we have to do like different month, different year, and different date. Okay, so let's see how to do it. First of all, let me comment this one. So first of all, we need the condition to check whether it's going to like here we have a text called June, right? So by default it will be the current month and the current year, but we have to check with the given time. So for example, let's say that I'm going to say like let string equals, we are going to focus on like maybe like March. Okay, so I'm going to copy this March. I don't copy, I think. Yeah, so we'll select like March and maybe like 2022. Okay, so now we have to click on this March. Okay, so for that what we are going to do is we are going to write a while condition. So while, and here the condition is going to be like this and YY only decide like whether we have March, February, or whatever the month and whatever the year. So here I'm going to say like await, then followed by YY dot text content, which will return me the text, and will say like not equal to let's name it string. Yeah, of course that should also work, but let's change it, did to select. Okay, and the type is string actually, but yeah, I did something wrong. Okay, so here we'll say like if it's not equal to this one. Okay, that means each and every time we will try to receive the text content and we'll check whether it's matching the, it's not matching the date to select. If it's not matching, what we'll do, we'll simply say like previous await previous dot click. Okay, and then yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then we'll just select our date, which is this one. So let's move it here and click on this. Okay, okay, we'll come back to this later. Let's go with the month first. Let's see whether our while condition is working or not. Okay, so let's go and run this one more time. So here you can select it, go to the March 2022, and it stopped. Okay, so that's it, fine. Now you might ask me, hey Kaushik, but I'm not going to go always to the March, right? It may be like after June, it's like after July or August or September, like that, right? So how to fix that? It's going to be very easy. Just give me a moment. Okay, so first of all, go to your package.json, and here we are going to use this package called moment. Okay, so moment is very handy one. Like, of course you can achieve this with the help of array as well, but you have to write few functions, waste of time. Okay, rather we have a beautiful package, we can make use of it. Okay, so here you can read the documentation if you want. Here I'm going to quickly give you an idea how to use it. Okay, so first of all, what we are going to do is we have to format the date like this, like based on our calendar. Like some calendar will have like JUN or DEC for June and December, but here you can see like for March it is like the full length, not only MAR, it's like March, right? So based on that we have to format the date. Okay, so how to do that is very simple. First of all, we'll check like whether this is a like this, the given data date to select is this month or previous month or the next month. Okay, so for that I'm going to say like const this month equals, I'm going to use the moment. For that, of course, I have to import it. So let's go and do that. So I can say like import moment from moment. Okay, that's it, very simple. You can do the same with the JavaScript. Instead of import, you have to say like require moment. Okay, and here I'm going to say like moment dot first of all uh, we have to format. Okay, so we have to format, so moment dot format, and here I'm going to format the type as like uh, in caps. Okay, then followed by y, so month and the y. Okay, if it's like MAR, you have to give 3 M's, because we have the full length, we have to give like 4. Okay, and we are going to select, say like which data we are going to format. So here like date to sorry, not this one, date to select. Okay, so this is the actual data where I'm going to format it. Format is not needed, just we have to say like moment this the date, actual date, and this is the type. Okay, and then here we have to say like is before or after. You can use any of this one. Okay, is before function will return us the boolean. Okay, like here March 2022, and today is like July 2022. So if I say is before, of course it's going to return as false. Okay, so this will return as the false. Okay, just to show you, I'm going to write the logs, and it'll say like this dot month, I mean sorry, this month, and here let's say like z, just add some string. Okay, now let's go and run this first. Let us see that like March 2020 is this month or the current month or the previous, whether our code is correct or not using the moment. It's very simple actually. Just we have to find like whether whether this is current month or the previous month, the given data, and based on that we have to just do the previous click or the next click. Okay, so that's a very simple thing. And here you can select this month. Basically we are returning true. True in the sense like is before, we are asking, right, is it before the present month, the current month, or after. So here we are using the function this before, and March is of course before the July, so here we got the true, right? So if it's true, we have to click on the previous. If it's false, we have to click on the next button, right? So what we'll do, we'll just write a if condition here. If this month, then we'll say like await previous dot click, else await next dot click. Okay, so that's it. We are pretty much we are pretty much fine now. Let's go and run this one. Okay, Control J. So we already tested for the March. Let's go with the December and let's see whether it's able to take the decisions correctly to click the previous or the next button. Hopefully it should work, but yeah. So July, August, September, December 2022, and it stopped. That's it. Cool, right? Very good. Now we'll just click on the date as well. So within this while loop, we are checking like just the month. Okay. To select the date, of course, here we can give some date, right? Let's say that it's going to be like 12, something like that. And let's go and run this now. So it's going to select the December, and 12 is also selected. You can see the highlight on the 12, right? So that's it. Very, very simple. Now here few things we have to modify. Okay. So first of all, let's delete this unnecessary line. And yeah, so you might ask me now, like how about the year or like any other month as well, right? So for example, let me give you one more. Like here I'm going to say like May. Just make sure like what are the things we are seeing here, right? So for example, let's say that it's going to be March and like it's going to be May, right? So here whatever the text we are seeing, we have to give that correctly. Okay, so May, maybe like we are going to select like 2000 19. Okay, so May 2019 we are going to select. Okay, so Control J to bring out terminal, and we are going to execute this one more time just to show you that whatever the date you are going to give, if the date is present in the calendar, of course it's going to work. Okay, so it's going like 2021 and 2020 and then the 2019 May, and also it's going to select the date. It's not selecting the date. Okay, here you can see like it's like here we have the 12, but this 12 is like your disabled. Okay, so of course you know about your calendar. So this calendar, I think it allows only to click on the weekdays, not the weekends, the Saturday and Sunday. So again, based on the conditions, like like based on your application test scenario, what date you are going to pass. Okay, so if it's not selectable, then don't do it. If it's selectable, then do it. That's it. Very simple thing. Okay, so that's it. Now what we are going to do is we are going to convert this into a reusable function. Okay, so select all the lines that are needed, and here we'll get this bulb icon. Click on that and change this into a new function. Okay, so here I'm going to give like select and like date. Okay, so what are the things we need? Of course we need the number, like to select the date first. So here I will say like date, and which is going to be in the format of number, and then we need the month and the year. Okay, so here we can say like month and year. Okay, we'll just give it in a same thing. Okay, string. Okay, now of course here date to select, that is also needed. That is what this guy, right? So what we can do is first let's fix this one. So here instead of this hard-coded value, we are going to change that. So here I will use the backticks, and here instead of this the dollar and the sky. Okay, so that's going to fix the first problem. Second one is this, right? So here we are getting like date to select, so that one is the month and year which we are getting from here, right? Instead of this I can just select this one, and let's comment this one. That's not required anymore. Okay, so here date to select, like whatever the calendar date we are going to pass, the month and the year based on that is going to do. Okay, so that's it. We are pretty much done with a reusable function. You can call as many times you want. Okay, so for example, let's say that here I'm going to select the 12th and then followed by uh, December and probably like 2017. Okay, and then I'll just await page dot reload. Once the reload is done, I'm going to select one more date just to show you the present, I mean the future, the past and the future. Okay, and here I'm going to select like 2023 with a date of like 5. Hopefully that should not falls on the weekend or else it won't get selected actually. So let's go and check that as well. December 5 is also weekdays. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, and you might ask me, hey, you have handled the previous month and the next month, but what about the current month as well, right? So let's go and do that as well. So here I'm going to add one more reload, and here I'm going to select one more time, and here I will pass it like today's date is what, 7, not 7, today is 2, not 02, it should be 2, and here I'm going to give like July. Okay, so this July month 2022. Okay, so that's it. Let's go and run this one more time. Control J to bring the terminal, and let's run. What happened in the current month scenario, in the sense like here we are checking is before, right? So even though current month is there, it will, the is before function will return true. Okay, so here true in the sense like first of all, it will not go to the while condition itself, correct? Because the text content and date to select will be same, so it will not go to the while itself. In that scenario, it will just directly click on the date. Okay, so that is what we have achieved, and I think it's running very fast actually. I don't know what happened. Which one is running? Okay, we got a failure, and okay, it's got failed. Let's check one more time. Okay, yeah, so it selected the first, it will go and select the 2017, I believe. Yeah, it's going very long, right? Yeah, yeah, that's fine. So actually it didn't select the current date. Actually, what happened? I think before selecting the dates itself, it's reloaded and it got confused, I think. Okay, I got this one, right? Let me fix it up. Okay, what happening here is like we are just focusing on the select on the date, but this guy, right? So this guy is also should be called each and every time, right? So I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to move within this one. Okay, so like we have to click on the text box first, then we have to grab all the elements, right? So that's why it's getting a little awkward here. Okay, so let's go and run this. Sorry, it's my bad only. Oh, the browser is loaded actually. Yeah, so here you can see like it's going navigating to the 2019, 18, and then 17. It selected the date, and then it's going to the next one, and actually it's very faster. That's why like here you can select July 2020 is also clicked. Okay, so that's why we are not able to see like whether it's correct clicked or not properly, but you can trust me, it worked. Or else of course you can grab the value and you can write some expect condition, that should also work fine. Okay, so this is how we can easily perform the calendar operation or the date picker operation using Playwright, and of course with the help of moment. Okay, so do not forget this moment, this little guy is very handy. Okay, so let me give you a quick recap. Two ways we can do, of course, the fill function, very easy. The second one is basically like, first of all, we have to identify the data type, not date type, I mean the data type. Okay, so here we have to very specific like what month, and I mean the format. Okay, and the year of course, and the date. Okay, and then we have to grab the text where it's showing the month and the year, the previous one and the next one. Okay, and then based on the while condition, like we will check whether the date to select is equals to the current web element text. If it's not, then of course we'll go to the loop and we'll go with the previous or the next based on the is before function from the moment. And of course we can click on the date. Okay, so that's it from my side. Thanks for watching. If you have any queries, feel free to ask me in the comments. I'll be happy to reply. See you in the next one very soon. Tada, bye bye, take care.